get back there with the cameras. Beautiful. All right, Coach, take us away.
All right. Good win. Really good win for us this afternoon. Really proud of the guys' effort over the course of, the last week. It's been a grind. It hasn't been easy. We've had some really hard practices. We've had to refocus. We've had to do some things to, kind of get back, I won't even say the winning way, but just our habits, getting back to really good habits and doing things. They executed the game plan. We wanted to keep, BC off the offensive glass. We did that. We did a good job on hand. This game, we made a couple adjustments early on. They got downhill, and then after that, we went under some ball screens, and we did a good job. But we did a good job in our principles of being inside and out. So really proud of the defensive effort, that we gave, and then offensively is just to continue growth. As long as we share the ball, I think that we're really good. When we're not sharing the ball and we're dribbling too much, it don't feel the same way, obviously. So I was just happy and pleased with that. And the contributions are coming from everywhere. I think that, I singled out a couple, people last game. And they don't get me wrong, they played well again this game. And if you're getting the type of production off the bench that you're getting and scoring from Javian and Duncan, like you're gonna really feel good about yourself as a coach. But today, I want to single out my boy Soiree. I thought he did a really good job. He had 4 block shots. And I thought he impacted the game on the defensive end. Happy for him, proud of him. He gives me everything he got, and a lot of times in college, today, a lot of us coaches complain about this and might complain about that behind closed doors. But I'll tell you the biggest thing about him is he loyal, and so I can live with that any day of the week. So I can live with the good and the bad with him. And I was just proud of him today and the things that he did. So good team effort, and I think that we did a really good job in this 5-game homestand of protecting that. And now we go out on the road, and the road is different. And I told them guys, at midnight you got to turn the page and get ready for Syracuse, because playing on the road is a little different, especially if you haven't played in the Dome. I played Syracuse when I was in college, but then I played in the Dome. Obviously, when I was with the Raptors, I played in the Georgia Dome, and so it's a different type of environment. So we have to be prepared. We have to be locked in. But I like where we're at right now. We're playing as a connected group, and then we're playing intentional on both ends of the floor.
You called a really early timeout in the game. I imagine you weren't happy with the defensive effort, and then that kind of reset everything. Just is that sort of the thing? You just feel like if you're not seeing it, you're going to burn that timeout early, get everyone reset, and then figure out how to stoke them defensively to get it going, because that seemed to generate your offense after that.
Well, there's a lot of different things that you want to do. Earlier in the year, you couldn't do those things because we were getting in the penalty early. There's just a lot of little intricacies of the game, but I did call that timeout, and I changed something. I wasn't even mad at the guys. It was early on, but I just didn't like what I seen. And I just think that when we're connected on that end of the floor, and we can hold teams to one shot and one crack at it, I just think getting out when our guards are playing the way they are, and our bigs are rolling and doing the things that they're capable of doing. We're a really good team. And I think the most important thing is when I look in these guys' eyes now, they believe. That's the difference. Forget what I think. Like, it's their team. I always see, to me, I think coaching is structure, organization, discipline, but I think that, like, you got to own your team, and that's what I've seen over the course of the last, couple games. Guys are talking in the huddles more. Guys are talking to each other about things that, to me matter. There's a little thing, just attention to detail. So that means that they're hearing my message. So I was proud of them, turned the game around, and did a really good job.
Coach, obviously the main objective is scoring the basketball, but just as important it is to take care of the basketball. I think you only had about 9 turnovers today, keeping that turnover margin outside of the double digits. Just talk about how important it was and how impressed you were with your guys pretty much, as they say, taking care of the church's money.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about it is, if you hear me talk, I always talk about turnovers, and we got to have our turnovers low. But the biggest thing is that even if you turn the ball over, because you don't play perfect, but those live ball turnovers is what kill you. Live ball turnovers, man, is it's just draining. It's draining as a coach. It's draining as a player, because now you're spending excess energy running back and doing different things. And, we took care of the ball. And, kind of the way we're playing, that's what that's what I envisioned, when I was putting this team together. And, we just have to keep sharing it. I think that, the beauty of it today was that we were able to maintain a lead. Okay, this is the first game for me where I was like, okay, we maintained the lead. We had a cushion enough to where it was, the game, in the second half, it never felt under stress. And that's not easy. That's not easy when wins are hard to come by and you're trying to learn how to win as a group. So they did do a good job, and proud of them for the way they took care of the ball, not only today, but just over the course of the last 3 games.
Nate had 10 assists, only 2 turnovers. Do you see him doing a better job now with his decision-making?
Well, I think he's not over-dribbling, and so for me, just, make the play. Sometimes you got to get off the ball, and I think that he's done a good job of that over the last 3 games. And when he gets himself into trouble is when, you dribble too much. But, most of us, even when I play, we got ourselves in trouble. But you have to have a self-awareness of that as well, And so I've seen that. I've seen growth in that area for him in the last week and a half. And we need continued growth for him. If you think about, even last year, when he went into the lineup, I tried to tell him, it wasn't like you were scoring 15, 16 points. It was the fact that you kept the ball moving. You got us in offense. You had the ball going from side to side, and we're just a better team when the ball is moving to the second, third side.
Coach, how hard is this team to beat when they're going 8 for 17 from 3?
I mean, that's tough. If you're making shots like that, you're putting a lot of strain on the opposing defense, because now they're making shots. Now you're opening up the rim runs for Bai and Soiree and guys like that, and it just takes stress off the game. I thought that we did a good job of making 2-point shots as well, and that's one thing that I've been, getting on our guys about. It's just, we have so many people in the game that have a varying opinion on what it is. And I think I said this a while ago. Damon Stoudamire, Mark Price, the Terrell Brandon, Sam Cassell's, all guys like that. The guys I grew up watching, man, they made 2s. So sometimes your 2 got to be your layup. You got to take what the defense is giving you, and I just think collectively we've done a good job of that. But if we can continue to shoot the ball the way we are in rhythm, it does make offense easier.
The next man up thing's such a cliche, but what is the key to you guys playing as well as you are right now with so many different guys on the floor, so many different lineups you're throwing at them?
I honestly felt like the key was practice time. We didn't know what we looked like. We didn't know what we had. We didn't, we had to do some things on the run. And after the Duke game, when we came back, we just had an opportunity to practice. And I say it all the time. We got 2 different teams. Obviously, we got a team where we can play small, but then we also have a team where we play big, and that's how we start the game. That's how I choose to start the game. I just think that settles us. We try to win those minutes, but I just think that settles us, and then it allows the game to kind of settle in, and then we can come in with subs and everything. But I just think everybody's falling into their role. And, it was hard, and as we move forward, we still got to manage injuries. We still got to manage all the different things, and so it's a little give and take in all of this as we move forward, because we got to practice, but we also got to manage bodies and do the different things we need to do to get guys to the main thing, and the main thing is getting to the game.
Got time for a couple more here. We got Kelly in front. This is a stat I'm sure you won't know, but this I think was the first time since 2011 Georgia Tech won back-to-back ACC home games by double digits, and the first time in a number of years back-to-back ACC games by double digits. Just what does it say about kind of some progress that you're seeing with your program in year two to start to hit some of these milestones that have been hit in a while?
We're making progress. I'm not satisfied, but we're making progress. And so I think, unfortunately, I have a group of guys that kind of take on my mantra, so how I'm feeling. They kind of tend to feel that way. So, unfortunately, I got to act a damn fool to get them to understand that this is real. You know what I mean? And I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I've played for guys that have had to do that, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get this group ready and prepared. I take it personal if guys aren't playing well. I take it personal if we're not doing the right things as a group. I take it personal. I might not show it at times. I might not say it, but only thing I do is I go home and I think about how to get this group better, then how to get each individual to maximize who they are as a ball player. And so, they're getting payback for it right now, but we need more. And I told them we need to be greedy. We're going on the road for our first ACC game, and it's going to be a different game. You're playing in a dome. You're playing against a team that at the moment hasn't won an ACC game, and they want to play well. And they want to turn their season. So we have our challenges ahead, but I'm ready to go fight with this group of guys.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. So, like you said, this was pretty a historic game, especially, for your era. You had 2 players with 20 points in an ACC game, first time in your era. It's the largest margin of victory in an ACC game in your era, But you just said that you don't feel satisfied, Even though your players did these things today, what do you think is kind of the end game that will maybe bring you some sort of that satisfaction?
Honestly, my ultimate goal is to try to win a national championship. It's to win a national championship, but each and every day is for guys to be consistent. I don't like being inconsistent as an adult, so it drives me crazy. So I just look for consistency for the guys. If Lance Terry shot 3 for 12 instead of 7 for 12. But he was doing the same things because I see him every day. I'm all right with that. I can live with that. He's going to have some down games. I understand he might not shoot 7 for 12 every game, but what bothers me is when, we're not individually and collectively playing at a peak performance. If we throw out our best game and we lose, you might not like it, but I can live with that. So the consistency of it is what I'm trying to find each and every day, practice and games.
Is some of the three-point shooting in particular being better, higher percentage? Is that an offshoot of fewer shots coming off the bounce and in late in the shot clock?
That's good. That's good stuff. That's someone that pays attention to detail. No question. And I tried to get on the guys a little. I got on the guys a little bit, and Javian aside, he's a tough shot maker. He can make tough shots, but we're not at our best when we coming down and we dribble, shoot. That's not who we are. But when we touch the paint by pass or dribble, and then we get kickouts for threes, that's when we're really good. And playing deep into the shot clock, I've told our staff 100 times over, that's not who we are. I don't think that's who we are. And so the deeper we play into the shot clock, the more we tend to struggle, and that has been a recipe that's been good for us over the course of the last 3 games, and I thought it was good here tonight. Even last game against Notre Dame, if you think about when we got stagnant, I thought we were playing against their small lineup. Our bigs wasn't getting out of the way in terms of the role, and then we were taking shots deep into the shot clock. I just don't think that's who we are.
Excellent. Thank you, Coach.
All right.